let me drive past.
Negative. Negative, Nico.
Oh dear. Osborne has made the call. Yeah, but a lot of unhappy teammates. Well, at least Nico Rosberg won't be on the podium, Martin. That won't be all four of them you're having to stand in the middle of.
Nico, Lewis's pace is what we're asking him to do. He could go a lot faster as well, so he's being controlled as well.
And that, I think, a very sensible way to explain the situation to Nico Rosberg. Yeah, so the fight's off, boys.
Channel, you would have heard the continuation of that argument, semi-argument, between Rosberg and Ross Brawn. Rosberg saying, yes, but what about the Red Bulls? They might have tyre trouble towards the end, and I'm faster and I can get after them. And Ross Brawn just said, yeah, okay, I understand, but, you know, it's not changing like that. But psychologically, how is that for Rosberg? You know, he's kept the faith. He's been with Mercedes when they've had their hard times, and now, you know, superstar Lewis Hamilton comes in.
They wanted to take Lewis Hamilton away from McLaren, and they pushed hard and they tried very hard. Do you think he would have gone there without some kind of advantage in his contract, some kind of higher position? I'd be amazed if he did.
Sebastian, left front wear on this stint is worse. Think about brake bias. Think about brake bias. Save the left front.
So tyre problems for Sebastian Vettel. Could this race yet have one more final twist to it if Sebastian Vettel has to reduce his pace somewhat?
Just speed up a bit, this is too slow.
Nico, please drop back, leave a gap. We have to look after the cars. There's a massive gap behind and there's nothing to gain in front. I want to bring these cars home, please.
This is now getting quite an epic argument at high speed for Nico Rosberg and for Ross Brawn. But Ross's point is very valid. Look, I've asked, you know, his words were, we're controlling the pace of Lewis as well. We can't let you both go for it. Lewis Hamilton maybe having to coast home, much to the displeasure and impatience of Nico Rosberg behind him. He's been told he can't come out to play. He's got to stay behind him. So Lewis, what that means is just keep going up the gearbox, part throttle, coast it round. And for Rosberg, who has been on the podium before here in Malaysia, the podium in 2013, tantalisingly close, but as it stands at the moment, out of his grasp. I'm sure we'll hear plenty from him after this race as well. It'd be so tempting for Rosberg just to pass him, you know, and fight it out when he gets back. Yeah, it's not exactly going to do much for inter-team harmony. These two, at the start of the week, really good mates, really good friends. They've been together before as teammates. I wonder how much they'll understand the situation from each other's point of view at the end of it.
Good job, we were close, but we've got work to do. We know that, but good drive.
So, good effort, very well done. You showed what you're able to do today. Good effort.
Okay, thank you, Nico. Good drive. We'll discuss the last stint later, but very pleased with the work this weekend. Excellent drive, well done.
Remember this one.
Took one for the team. The reaction there, the two drivers who raced together as karting drivers years and years ago. Back together again. That's friendship being tested a little bit this afternoon, certainly from Nico Rosberg's point of view. It seemed to be all about saving fuel for you towards the end of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. The team did a fantastic job. It's great to be up here for them. If I'm honest, I really feel that Nico should be standing here. We had generally he had a better pace than me throughout the race, but he's a great teammate and did a fantastic job today.
Nico was certainly asking in very strong terms to be allowed to come past you at one point, but at that point Ross, I think, had called the race off, hadn't he?
Yeah. I can't say it's the best feeling being up here, but racing is racing, and I really just got to keep looking forward.
So to bring it home third and fourth, fully understandable. And I know that if it would have been the other way around, they would have done the same thing. So that's okay. And for sure, there will be time to fight also between teammates in the future.
Do you think the team owe you one now?
Not owe me one, no. I wouldn't say that because I understand. You know, I drive for Mercedes, but of course, there's a small side of me where I want to go flat out all the way to the end and be up on the podium myself. But the time will come.
They played all your radio messages, I'm afraid, out to us, so we've heard everything. How tense was it up there, telling Nico to hold station?
We were tight on fuel. Our pace was a lot stronger in the race than we anticipated. We were tight on fuel, and we needed to make sure that we didn't overdo it, because once the opportunity was gone, there was nothing to be gained.
And do you think Nico will understand, after all, he's been with the team an awful long time, he might think that maybe he deserves a bit more?
It works both ways, the drivers know that. So of course, he's very competitive and he'll be a bit frustrated, but it works both ways.
He did a fantastic job, and he was very mature about it.
A bit disappointing for me, because would have liked to have pushed till the end. I was feeling really comfortable out there. But okay, you know, in the end, I'm a Mercedes employee, and important is that we as a team do well, you know, because we've had a very tough time just, you know, some in the past years. So it's important that we get some really good results and set up a bit of a launch pad to go forward.
Saw that Sebastian didn't listen to his team, and he did get past Mark Webber, but you said at the end, remember this one, so you'll be hoping that when you are in front that the favour will be returned from Lewis?
No, I mean, it's no question. It's clear instructions, and that's the way it is, and it would have been exactly the same way if I was in front, you know. I know that, and that's why it's the way it is.
Did you have the thought in any moment at the end of the race in Malaysia to ignore Ross' words and just to overtake?
At the end of the race, I didn't have that thought. No, I had decided well before to fully respect the instructions that Ross had given me.
Nico, as a follow-up to that question, if you find yourself in a similar situation at this race or in any future races, are you going to continue to obey team orders, or are you going to rebel and fight for the win?
The difficulty was that we hadn't really discussed them beforehand, you know, and so that was the mistake that we did. So important going forward is that really everything is discussed, and then whichever way it goes, if I'm in front and Lewis is behind, then he will respect it, and vice versa. Then it's okay, you know, as long as one is prepared for it and it's discussed well and understood. You know, that's the important thing, and that's the main mistake that we did as a team.
Nico, you left Malaysia a little frustrated as well. Do you understand the reasons for what happened there, and are you quite happy with them?
Yeah, we've definitely discussed it, and it's all sorted for the future, which is important. So, yep.
Question for Nico. I was wondering, Nico, in coming away from Malaysia, whether you were confident in your own mind that there was genuine equality within Mercedes. There was no number one, number two, because it has been suggested now after what happened in Malaysia that Lewis perhaps has number one status.
Very confident, yep. No number one, no number two. Extremely confident. But you can also answer that yourself in a few weeks' time or months' time, that question.